sa Paubaya. Kuna sa kanya. Hello everyone, welcome once again to my channel. It's your boy Luis Portelles, and for today's video we have a very special reaction because we are going behind the scenes of the Paubaya music video. Just a few weeks ago, MOIRA DELA TORRE released her music video for Paubaya, and honestly this phenomenon, because that's what we have to call it, went completely viral. I did a reaction to that video and it became, in a matter of days, the most watched reaction on my entire channel. And I do understand the buzz behind this entire music video because of the story of Josh and Julia. So it's a very interesting mix of music and then reality, relationship drama, but at the end with a very beautiful outcome in which each party can move on peacefully. Now, for those of you who don't know, I actually went to film school, and watching behind the scenes is one of my favorite parts of the whole process because you get to see how the magic happened. So I'm very excited to get into this behind the scenes in particular because I want to see if they give us a little insight about what happened between Josh and Julia, and also if we can see what the dynamic was like behind the scenes. I'm not gonna lie, I'm also quite interested to see what was Moira's role within the entire thing, because it was her song, but she kind of like gave them a platform to express themselves. So if you want to watch this video with me, then stick around. But before we get into the reaction, don't forget to like the video so that it gets recommended to more people, and also subscribe to my channel for more fun videos like this one almost every single day. Alright my friends, so without further ado, let's get into today's reaction. I really hope that you'll enjoy it.
Be strong.
Make a turn. Hi vlog.
Oh my god. I'm kind of shocked to see them like together like that, because once you know this story, you know everything that happened. But they're still so mature that they're able to
Paubaya was written
be
during
friendly.
quarantine, and Jason and I were in the States for 5 months. Naabutan kami ng lockdown doon. I knew I wanted to close the Patawad era a certain way, but I just couldn't figure it out. And then Jason comes up to me and shows me, "Babe, I have a chord pattern." So I listened to it, and then I said,
The famous melody.
Jason started tearing up, and then he said, "Okay, be right back." Goes up, hours
Just
later,
the melody gives me the chills.
a poem. And then
That's how
we made
effective
a
it was.
story, and that's how Paubaya happened. A month later, umuwi na kami ng Manila, and we chose around 10 to 15 fans, and we told them we have a new song, and it's the closer of the whole album, but we have no title for it yet. So it was actually one of the fans that named Paubaya, and that's how Paubaya came to be. So Jason had this idea of having a wedding scene, of having vows be said and not
Very
kept.
clever.
And then I stepped in and said, but what if instead of saying wedding vows, they say their parting vows? So that was the initial idea. And then that's when we called
Her mind.
Nick and Direct Dan.
During the conceptualization, Moira and Jason already had this concept about the entirety of the video.
From just
See, this is what I'm telling you that I love about the behind the scenes, is that you see how everything happened. Moira came up with the melody, then they got the song together, then they talked to the fans, and they came up with a title, and then a concept, and then the music video. Sometimes when you watch this type of videos, you are amazed not only by the music, the video, the storytelling, but we don't think enough about the whole process. Sometimes it takes months to come up with the final product.
typical sad scenes to just making them all happy scenes. Because at the end of the day, what actually hurts us in our memories are the good times, the could have beens, the what ifs.
That's so true.
The happy memories that we were counting on to sustain a relationship. So for the Paubaya music video, we wanted to be realistic with emotions, with forgiveness,
Wow.
with what goes on in the heads of people who are actually going through this.
I really like
As soon
how
as we
she
finished
thinks.
the song, we already knew that. We
She
really
thinks
wanted
outside of the box.
Josh
She's
to
not going for the
be
obvious
friends
thing,
with
which wouldn't be like
since Dele.
the wedding.
I met Julia because she used to
Oh,
get
okay.
me as her
Wait.
band. Dati ako sessionista for her birthday parties in 2016. 2017, Love You to the Stars happened and I became the singer of the theme song for Direte, which Direct Nick and Direct Dan were also part of. And that kind of kick-started that whole season
Wow.
with them and just becoming friends.
See how
with them.
crazy life
Getting to
is?
know how good they are, how kind
They
are,
met even
how
before Moira was famous, and then she
professional they
gave
are.
her, well,
It
them,
was
the platform
that time
to
also
tell their story.
Jason and I started becoming their biggest fans. On and off screen, we love them so much. But even without the friendship, we would still be their biggest fans. And I'm really, really happy that it was them. I can't imagine Paubaya having any other actor. You could really see the new relationship.
He's kind of cute, low-key, huh? I mean,
and the freedom they found also.
if you didn't want to keep him, I'm gonna keep him myself. Thank you.
And also us, just
She's
watching
gorgeous
them,
too. She's a doll.
seeing our story come to life. We really learned so much.
Si Joshua and Julia, it was actually my first time working with them. Sobrang galing nilang ka-work. Alam mo yung professionalism nila is there.
What I'm kind of amazed is like they still have a lot of chemistry. Look at them in the studio, like in the outtakes. They're still like hugging and kissing and taking selfies. And
Undeniable chemistry.
are they really
Alam
over?
mo, maglalast forever.
What do you think? Let me know in the comment
Look
section
into each
because
other's eyes.
I don't think it's over.
There's something different about them. There is something na titingin pa lang sila sa isa't isa, may sumasabog ng feelings. Kumbaga, wala pang salita, wala pang kahit ano, may feelings.
Yeah, exactly. You can tell how much emotion there is in their eyes. Look at that. I mean, you don't hug someone that you don't love like that.
The team was so great. Everyone was so game. Everyone on set respected each other's brains, how their minds worked. Everyone was constantly amazed with what each artist on set had to bring. Artists including our
I love that
director,
because
our
art is a collaboration.
Jason, me, Josh and Julia, everyone had something to bring to the table. Everyone had something to contribute to the story.
Wow.
And it was so light. One of the many things that really amazed me was the humility of Direct Nick Ablao. Usually, pag naisip mo na boss to, hindi mo siya mabibigyan ng suggestions eh. But
Yeah.
Direct Nick, she's not just open to your suggestions, she welcomes it.
Oh.
And I think that's what makes her such an effective director.
I think that what I like the most about this behind the scenes is that she's actually giving us insight into each step of the production. Like coming up with the song, the title, the music video, collaborating with the entire team. It's a group effort, right? You think of like, oh, the MOIRA DELA TORRE song or the MOIRA music video. But no, there's an entire team behind Moira. And I mean, what can I tell you so far? I think that there's so much substance into this music video. To be quite honest, I feel like their story is not over yet. There's much to this, and I hope that eventually, as part of the audience, we'll be able to experience it. Maybe it will be a sequel with a new song. Who knows?
Because she listens and she respects the minds of the creatives around her, and she grows from that and she builds from that. And that's why I really believe my storytelling was even more effective because I had such an effective director to back me up. The set was just a group of people celebrating each other.
I feel the melody in the back and I just want to sing my heart out.
We had two main emotions on set. When Direct Nick says action, all of us were crying. When she says cut,
That's me though.
all of us were
That's
laughing.
me.
It wasn't just a fun and light set. It was also one of the most satisfying moments in my life when after a whole day of shooting, when everyone's usually exhausted,
Yeah.
we were left with gratitude and joy.
Of course,
That
can you
yung
imagine being
joy
able to allow your
na
friends to tell
dadating
their
lang
story
pag nasatisfy
through
yung
your art?
passion mo. Pag nagawa mo ng buong
That's
buo.
magic.
We were all just so grateful for each other.
Yung experience namin sa set, kabaligtaran siya nung na-experience ng tao while they're watching the video. There was never a dull moment, actually.
Parang laging nagtatawanan, gano'n, after each take. May learning kami from each other. We learned from Direk, we learned from Moy, we learned from Josh and Julia. Everyone was just taking it all in sa set.
Actually, Josh, Julia, Jason, and
I wanna sing, y'all.
we had been meeting a lot before the actual shoot. And we all talked about what we wanted to say. What Jason and I had initially, because we wanted to make it, from wedding vows to parting vows, is to put the lines of the songs all throughout the Patawad album that promises freedom and total forgiveness.
Wow.
Like a line in Patawad Paalam, at ang huling pangakong maibibigay ay sa ating dalawa ay wala nang sisihan. Line from Handa Awit by Brian V. Which is
You can
the
feel that
first
she's a
track
true
niya.
artist. Like
Handa
she
na
is
akong
implicated
muling
within the
sumpas.
production of
Handa na
her
akong
art
muling
from
mamahal.
every
Handa
single
na akong
aspect
lumabas
of it.
sa aking bangka kahit ilang beses na akong
And that's why she's able to sit down and tell you all about it. She's not a Muppet, right?
Pag-asa ay isang pantasya na binubulag ako sa katotohanan. And a lot of us feel that. A lot of us feel that hope is just a way to blind you from the truth, but it's not. I wanted to make sure that the lines said you are not a hopeless case, because you are not. And basically they got that. They embodied it, and they said it in their own words. Feb 14, because
That's
it's
important.
love. And a lot of us feel that love is staying together, but sometimes love is setting people free. I, for one, am very, very
Can you see the chills?
blessed to have a husband who loves
This is what I love
takes
about this
care of
artist.
me. But
There's meaning
I've
to
also
everything
been
that she does.
in a place where I didn't have that privilege. And I know that a lot of people are in waiting. Maraming naghihintay, maraming nagpatawad, maraming nagpalayat, nagpaubaya. And I wanted to make sure
Wow.
that those people know that they are understood, that they are not alone. Masakit man yung pinagdaanan nila, pero hindi sila nag-iisa.
When we got to tell Moy's story of how she felt about the song.
I have
or
nothing
how
but respect
the
for
song
this
was
woman.
For her.
Nothing but respect.
Doon mo mas maiintindihan yung another
Essence of love.
I mean, yun, sobrang lalim pala nung love for Moy.
The
So
album.
if you watch
I have to listen to the album,
very
though.
end of the video, you will see my logo. And if you watch a little longer after that, you will see that the snowflake will change into a flower. And that signifies the end of winter and the beginning of spring. And spring is about hope, the growth of new leaves. Para makarating yung bago, kailangan mo na mawala ng luma. For new leaves to be able to grow, old leaves must fall. That's what the Malaya album, which is season 1, is all about. Winter is Patawad album. A lot of times we want instant gratification. In order to find something that will last, you need to learn how to wait and not rush anything. So the whole Patawad album is about forgiveness, like its title. It's about letting go. It's about setting people free. It's about finding freedom in forgiveness. All of these things aren't really successful if you do it on your own.
This woman just gave me a philosophy class. She just explained to me a whole other meaning to love and about loving yourself and about being able to let go and grow from that. I couldn't have said that more beautifully. Like, it's so well explained and the metaphors are just like, I love you, MOIRA DELA TORRE. If you're watching this, girl, I love you. Is my girl. You is my girl.
That's why you have to leave it to God and surrender it to God.
Let it be.
Because only He can make the broken things beautiful.
If it's
again.
meant to be,
Isn't
it's
it
meant
such
to be.
a great thing that what used to bring you pain, when you share it to other people, it now brings them freedom. What used to hurt you, what used to take away your hope, is now bringing hope to people. Karamihan sa atin, kapag hindi nagkatuluyan yung dalawang tao, iniisip natin, that is the definition of a failed relationship. But
No.
we often forget that people enter into dating to see whether or not this is the person they want to spend the rest of their
True.
lives with. Just because
True.
two people didn't end up together doesn't mean it was a failed relationship.
No.
We can also choose to see it in a way that, wow, I got the privilege of knowing
Yep.
and loving and learning
Tell them, girl.
from this person.
And at
Even
least
if
now
it's
you
just
know what you don't like,
we
and you
can
can
choose
move on to
gratitude
meet someone
over
else who will be able to give you
We can
something
choose
different
joy
that you
over
want.
pain. We can choose freedom over guilt. And we can choose love. And we can choose forgiveness.
Amen.
And just because you're not gonna continue that in the seasons to come doesn't mean it was a failed one. From here on, I will choose to remember the good times because you are still worth that.
Thank
It
you.
was so
Oh, thank
freeing
you.
for all of us. And I'm so grateful that I got to work with Direct Nick and Kuya Dan and Josh and Julia. Jason and I are so grateful. My band was also there. And the team behind the scenes. We couldn't have done it without them. So on
Y'all
behalf
did
of
such
my
an
entire team,
incredible job.
maraming
Musically,
salamat po sa
visually,
lahat.
emotionally.
For making Paubaya the breakthrough that it is. Maraming salamat sa pagtanggap sa mensaheng pagpapatawad, pagpapalaya, at pagpapaubaya.
Papa Paubaya.
Amazing job!
I love how they're like so down to earth about it. Like, I don't know if I'd be able to be on their shoes. Yo, the chills is real. When you see the faces of people who create stuff that you love, don't you enjoy that? Ah, it's one of my favorite things in the world. This is like the bloopers and like the fun part.
Come on.
Wait.
Sad naman, oh.
Aww. Look at the dog. It's like, what's going on here on this day, Jesus? Mm.
Whoa!
Woo.
Hi!
What is that?
Ngayon, nakikita nyo naman. Set tayo ngayon ng MOIRA's music video, Paubaya. And ginagawa ko itong music video na ito kasama si Julia.
Look at them together. This is not over, y'all.
Subscribe and hit
This
the
is not over.
notification bell button.
And think about MOIRA's message for her album. When after winter, spring comes and better things happen. So y'all, next thing you know, they're back together in her next music video and they get married. Can you imagine that?
Down below. And
See you for the
don't forget to comment.
Yes.
Whoa, 20 million views. Paubaya. Kuna sa kanya. I really have to start reacting to these videos because I am such a mess. Y'all get me in my emotions and then I be looking like a fool on camera. I'm not about that life though. I have to tell you that I really enjoy this. I mean, you get so much perspective into what went behind the scenes, into what went behind creating this piece of art, right? I've listened to this song so many times and I watched the music video so many times and it's just like mind-blowing to see all the work and all the people who were behind that little video, you know? What was it, like 6 minutes, and it required an army of people for every step of the creation. Writing, composing the song, music, coming up with the title, coming up with the concept for the music video, choosing the actors, the team, the directors, how they promote the video. This was already a long video, so I'm not gonna extend too much. I think I said most of my comments during the video. So I just want you to go down in the comment section and let me know which was your favorite part from this reaction. Also make sure that you like it so that it gets recommended to more people, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one almost every single day. And of course, before I go, come here, give me a hug. That's a little tradition here. I love you, I appreciate you, and until I see you next time, stay safe, be kind to one another, sending all my love, my kisses, and bye my friends.